It's an old adage, you can't manage what you don't measure. We need to have an understanding of our choices and what are the implications of our choices. We have no data in the US or internationally on what fraction of hydrogen along the supply chain is leaking out. We're pumping a lot of oil and gas out of the ground. We're generating a lot of hydrogen for energy. A lot of it would be leaking and we wouldn't know it, and it would just be warming the planet and causing a waste and inefficiency in the economy. So on many levels, the data are essential.
About a decade ago, EDF collaborated with Cornell Atkinson to find out how much methane emissions are occurring at fertilizer facilities. That research found that the emissions are a lot higher than what EPA had estimated.
The Environmental Defense Fund started early on trying to bring effort to developing methods and developing and validating sensor technology to measure methane emissions from natural gas facilities. The question remained, how much of natural gas is leaking as methane to the atmosphere? We developed the methods, we're able to put those methods out there, and consultants and others are able to use them, and it gets worked into basic EPA regulations. They have to do it operationally now. And then the Atkinson Center and EDF came to me and they said, we're really interested in hydrogen, and they wanted to understand would the same methods apply, and I said, I certainly believe they would, but we need some evidence that they would.
What is different for hydrogen is the clean hydrogen industry is still at its early stages. If we can understand the emissions now, we can try to minimize it for the future and prevent it from ever becoming a problem. Hydrogen has its own climate impact that needs to be measured and managed carefully. When a lot of hydrogen is released into the atmosphere, it can start to reduce the climate benefits. And now we're collecting data at real-world facilities in collaboration with industry leaders and other research partners. We deploy this technology onto a mobile lab where we drive around a facility where hydrogen emissions are occurring. This way, we can catch the hydrogen plumes that was brought by the wind to the road and quantify facility-level emissions.
Cornell Atkinson and EDF have a reputation as honest brokers, that they would like to bring clarity to the field and allow people to make reasoned policy decisions based on evidence.
With our Cornell partners' technical expertise and the EDF's strong advocacy, we'll bring science to action at the very forefront of emissions measurement. If we do not measure hydrogen emissions and we let it being released into the atmosphere, we're not only losing valuable product, we're also leaving climate benefits on the table.
We're providing the clarity and the evidence for the different energy sources to provide the clearest pathway forward to a clean and sustainable energy choices for the country and for the planet.